What if two of the biggest titans in the world of hip-hop versed each other hit for hit? Both of these two had 90s beginnings. Both of them got their start with visionaries, but ultimately flawed music moguls. Both of them are the biggest rappers of their generation and dominated an entire decade of music. Both of them are what people think of when they hear the word hip-hop. Both of them have ascended their genres and were working with artists outside the bounds of hip-hop and rap. Both of them have classic albums and made a series out of their classics. Both of them, along with their success in the booth, had success outside of it as well, achieving popularity and notoriety from people who probably never even listened to hip-hop before. Their voices, their music is recognizable to anybody. It doesn't even matter if you listen to hip-hop before or not. Both of them have the credit of being mainstream artists with countless radio hits, but still are respected by core hip-hop fans for the music. Both of them, with their eyes and ears for talent, introduced us to many of our favorite artists. Both of them are considered the GOATs. Jay-Z and Lil Wayne are many people's, both young and old, and their favorite rappers. Even though nowadays both of them have done, let's just say, questionable decisions in the public eye, there's no mistaking that their music has enriched generations of fans and have been the inspirations for many of our favorite artists today. Beautifully, there has never been a beef between these two icons. If anything, it's always been love. When Lil Wayne was rapping on Ether by Nas, he made it clear that he wasn't dissing Jay-Z. When Lil Wayne was having label problems at Young Money, Jay-Z helped him, and Lil Wayne even wanted to sign with Roc Nation. During that time, he released his free Weezy album exclusively on Jay-Z's streaming service Tidal. But what if the Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers of hip-hop, I'll let y'all decide who's who, got together for verses? Outside of completely breaking the internet, it would be a fun matchup. Jay-Z got the classics that your older siblings and even your parents are probably listening to. They got CDs of them for days. While Lil Wayne has the music that could easily be ported into today's music and do equally well, if not even better than it did in the 2000s. I posed this question on my Instagram and it was pretty much split down the middle, and it was like close even to like the last hour it was up, but the majority of people kind of had the slight edge for Lil Wayne. They kind of gave the nod to Lil Wayne. So let's see if those people are right. Let's find out. Jay-Z versus Lil Wayne versus battle. You know what time it is. I decided to pull 20 of Jay-Z and Lil Wayne's biggest songs, and I put them in a wheel decide so I can decide which song will go against which in each round, and then I kind of just started from there. I also let my friends, so I made a poll on Instagram and had all my friends decide all 20 rounds. So my opinion only matters for one vote, nothing else. My friends are deciding all the rounds. And yes, I know, before I even start, let's get something out of the way. There are many songs, possibly way too many for me to just kind of put in one video. And I know some songs got omitted, probably one of your favorite songs got omitted. I understand that. I am sorry. However, these motherfuckers have probably put out 100 hours worth of music combined. I can't game plan that shit. Like, long story short, I cannot game plan that shit. And even though I would love to do a round of each of their biggest songs, I have to do 10 of their biggest hits, and then another 10 of just like songs that people just love from them. And also, I understand this as well. Some of the best songs from these two are probably not the biggest hits, but that really isn't the point of this versus battle. It's biggest hits versus the biggest hits. Nothing more, nothing less. And you're gonna see me every now and then. Kind of like look here, because I have the script kind of on the screen. So you guys are just gonna. So I'm gonna be doing like kind of going here every now and then, just to make sure that the screen doesn't go blank. Without further ado, let's get started.
In the sun, got spring hating on me cause I ain't never sprung.
I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir?
99 Problems was released back in 2003 and it featured on Jay-Z's The Black Album. It takes inspiration in terms of the beat from Ice-T's Body Count song from his Home Invasion album that came out back in '93. And the infamous hook for 99 Problems comes from Trick Daddy's song Thugs R Us. Although technically this song is a remake, it takes a different direction from the songs that it takes inspiration from, as it's, you know, talking about in a kind of like a bragging way, if you want to say it, but just in a more up-tempo way, of Jay-Z just describing the problems of what being a young black man in America would be like, and being a young black man in hip-hop would be like, and dealing with, you know, the business side of hip-hop music. On top of that, it's literally described, so 99 Problems is quite literally just describing problems. Rick Rubin made this song go in terms of the beat and the production quality, because it was one of the most iconic beats we've ever heard back then and since. It's a early fusion between rap and rock, something that Jay-Z did a little bit in the late 2000s, in the early 2000s, I mean. 99 Problems is for many people what we describe when you ask a random person what hip hop is. It's aggressive, it's in your face, and it's just rapping, and Jay-Z just doesn't miss a beat throughout the entire song. And it's going up against Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter was released back in 2008, and it featured on Lil Wayne's The Carter 3 album. The beat was produced by DJ Infamous and Drew Correa. Jay-Z is a featured artist here as well. With both Lil Wayne and Jay-Z being named Carter, the title, we always know where the title comes from. The song starts out as Lil Wayne just talking about feeling big, but like not in a way. You just have to listen to the song to understand what I mean by that. Then it just goes into rapping. One of the best beats you'll ever hear in hip hop. One of the funniest intros you'll ever hear for a hip hop song. The beat has a very triumph energy towards it. Like, it feels like you're accomplishing something. His lyrics are it's just Lil Wayne doing what Lil Wayne does best. It's clever wordplay, funny wordplay, and using simple words and using a lot of double entendres. It's, you know, what we know about Lil Wayne. The flow is amazing, and Jay-Z keeps his energy up with his verse as well. And the hook is honestly the MVP. It's the singing hook, Mr. Carter, hello, tell me where you been. Like, it is absolutely a fun song to listen to. It's just, like, if you've never listened to the song, I think this is just something you have to listen to. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs. I have it saved on my PSP right now. So, long story short, although I love Mr. Carter and I voted for Mr. Carter, it's one of the coolest songs of all time, being a part of one of the coolest albums of all time. Yeah, 99 Problems took this round, and it took it pretty convincingly with a score of 22-9 in the vote. It's just the perfect song for almost any hip-hop playlist. And, you know, 99 Problems is a personification of what we think of hip-hop. So, yep, it takes this round.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
I can pussy mountain ass, call that bitch triple threat.
You never get old, and the champagne's always cold in the music.
Genre was released back in 2011 and features on The Carter 4, and it features Rick Ross. The producer credits are quite a bit. It's Polo the Don, Young Berg, Rob Holiday, Ao the producer, and Nation. And the hook comes from Rick Ross's song, I'm Not a Star. The song is during Wayne's rock star phase that he was doing, and the song was really popular. The song has just very aggressive bars, an aggressive hook, aggressive lyrics, just aggressive song all throughout. And Wayne and Ross just taking turns absolutely murdering this beat. It just keeps its energy throughout start to finish. The song doesn't let up on the lyrics, but they stay on with the theme of the track. It has been remixed by artists like Wiz Khalifa, Chiminaire, Tyga, Ace Hood, etc. For a song that I remember not liking too much when I heard it back in 2011. Like, I kind of like it. It was really popular. Like, it was very popular. Young Forever was released back in 2009, and it features on the Blueprint 3. It features Mr. Hudson as a doing the hook. He's a British singer and was produced by Kanye West. You're going to hear Kanye West's name like a lot here. And the beat and the hook takes inspiration and samples Alphaville's Forever Young that was released back in 1984. The song is an alternate style to what 99 Problems is. It's slowed down and has a mellow, reminiscing feel to it from the beat. It feels like a very calm, relaxing vibe when you listen to this song. It talks about the beauty of the youth, the simplicity of life. The music video kind of also takes a lot of inspiration with that as well. I really like this song. It's nice. It's a nice, mellow vibe. It's a calming song that makes you smile. It's a contrast over a song like John. It's just refreshing to have it in a playlist. And although I like John more than I did when it was first released, I've always liked Young Forever. So yeah, it takes this round.
Ways, know the feds is bugging my life. Hospital days.
Dead Presidents 2 came out in 1995 and it is the first song on Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt. The song is produced by Ski. I hope I'm pronouncing it Ski. With a name like Dead Presidents 2, there are two versions of this song out. The song that Jay-Z was promoting wasn't a song that made the official album because although it uses the same beat and the same hook, it uses different lyrics. It doesn't really matter because Dead Presidents or Dead Presidents 2 uses one of the most iconic beats ever. It's one of my favorite beats. Like, I feel like this is a rapper's like kind of library to use when you wanted to freestyle. It's a very nice beat. It's an easy beat to kind of get onto and just kind of jump a flow with. It's just versatile. The beat's versatile as hell. It's one of the best beats ever, with one of the rappers being used by one of the best rappers, but as one of the best pens in all of hip hop. The beat has the melody sampled by a song called A Garden of Peace by Lonnie Liston Smith, and the percussion from Oh My God by A Tribe Called Quest. While Nas is rapping the hook from his 1994 track, The World Is Yours. The beat has been passed on to like generations of hip hop, from Currency, Lil Wayne, Drake, J. Cole, Chillionaire, Logic, Lupe Fiasco, Pusha T, you name it. You name your favorite rapper, they probably rapped on this beat before. Lollipop was released back in 2006 and it features Static Major, and it features on the infamous The Carter 3 album. The credited producers are Diesel, is it Dizzle or Diesel? Probably Diesel. Diesel and Jim Johnson. The song is a club banger from start to finish. It's the flow and the vibes that just bring the song, as the lyrics are just as simple as it gets for a club banger. The beat is well also pretty simple, but it's so well done with the percussion and the melody, and just it keeps the energy. To be honest, Static Major is honestly like the big MVP. He's an extreme highlight of this song. Him on the hook brings a smooth touch to Lil Wayne's rapping, and is a great contrast to Lil Wayne. Static, unfortunately, he did pass away about 2 weeks before the song actually came out. And he also didn't get to complete his debut album. And it just comes to think that a song like this would have helped so much for his overall for his album. Rest in peace to Static Major. Although I love Dead Presidents 2 as it's one of my favorite Jay-Z songs, Lollipop won this vote pretty handily with a score of 22-8. I'm giving it to what is known as the club banger and ringtone of every hip hop fan from the 2000s. It's just that iconic. I guarantee my brothers had this as a ringtone back in the 2000s.
As soon as the show's over, she's right back to being my soldier.
Got Money was released back in 2008, and it features on the ever-growing, ever-loved The Carter 3. It features T-Pain and is produced by T-Pain and Playing Skills. Once again, this is a party song. It's a club banger. It has simple percussion, simple melody, simple lyrics, but just immense energy with a famous hook by T-Pain and Lil Wayne handling the bars. wordplay, and just the famous rap schemes we know of Lil Wayne. The beat really gives the energy for this song. 03 Bonnie and Clyde was released in 2002 and it features on the Blueprint 2. The song is produced by Kanye West and features Beyonce. The song samples from Tupac's Me and My Girlfriend with how the guitar is used here, and it has reminiscences of R. Kelly's Fiesta track. The beat is memorable with simple bass and guitar chords. The bars are what we come to expect of what Jay-Z will do, but Beyonce adds a level of smoothness to this hook so much. This song showed the romantic side of Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship, as I think at this time, this was the first time they openly admitted that they were in a relationship. So it was really good. I don't like this song as much as I like Song Cry, but I really like 03 Bonnie and Clyde. This was close, and after a vote, 03 Bonnie and Clyde took it just by this much with a score of 14-13. As the meme suggests, it's the Beyonce for me. 03 Bonnie and Clyde is an R&B song, a love song, and that's something that many people can just simply get behind. Although I love Got Money, 03 Bonnie and Clyde takes this round. It's me and my girlfriend.
Got that fire, and these hoes love me like
My bad, I can even blame her for that. Enough to make me want to murder.
Round 5, Holy Grail, and holy shit, stop the count. Hey guys, if you guys are watching, if you made it to this part of the video, I want to say thank you very much. I should explain my choice of song here. So originally it wasn't Holy Grail versus Love Me. It was Holy Grail versus I Miss My Dogs by, I Miss My Dogs, which was one of Lil Wayne's first songs. It was off the Carter one. It came out in 2001, I believe. But I decided to omit that song. I decided to not use it because I felt like, first of all, it was kind of unfair because in the vote, it literally got crushed. And I'm going to assume it was because a lot of people simply have never heard of that song and it's going up against Holy Grail, which has Justin Timberlake on it. So I decided to use Love Me by Lil Wayne with Future and Drake, which was off the I Am Not a Human Being 2 album. It was kind of one of those cult classic. It was a hit, but it was also sort of a cult classic song because it had some of the, it had a very young Future. Future was pretty young in the game. Drake was coming off the success of the Take Care success. This either came out before or after Take Care, but definitely after Thank Me Later. This was Lil Wayne, like I said, the end of Lil Wayne's rockstar phase, which, for better or worse, gave us this song off of otherwise pretty forgettable album. And I thought it would be a better matchup. I think it would be a little more fair because it was also a hit that people genuinely remember versus something like I Miss My Dogs, which is more of like that's like a Lil Wayne fans song. But overall, I like Love Me. I kind of just like the hook more than anything else. That's why I didn't even add it the first time, because it was part of the running, but I just didn't add it due to the fact that I didn't know it was his song. So, it was Lil Wayne's song. I thought it was a Future song. Long story short, it also got beat pretty bad. Like the score was 12-4. So it kind of got the blowout rule. Even if I combine the Holy Grail I Miss My Dog original vote, which was like 25-2, it was a body bag. So I didn't. That's why you're not going to see too much of a big explanation of either songs. It was just a complete body bag, and I had to change it last minute. It was a complete sweep. So yeah, Holy Grail took this round, and that's kind of why the last minute change was to add Love Me, because it's also a cult classic song that a lot of people definitely liked, and it's also a big hit from Lil Wayne's otherwise not really looked at favorably album. So yeah, back to the video. Thank you so much for watching it. Leave a like and subscribe.
the motherfucking problem. Okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon?
OJ like, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Milli was released back in 2008, and it was on, once again, The Carter 3, is where it features, of course. It was produced by Bangladesh. The song and the producing credits is Bangladesh. This song is most memorable for the iconic music video that came with it. Later inspired which would later inspire Lil Skies' "Welcome to the Rodeo" song. It also is remembered for the iconic beat, and it is also remembered for the iconic beat and the a milli vocal going back and back all throughout the beat. The vocal actually comes from "I Left My Wallet in El Segundo" by A Tribe Called Quest. I hope I said that right. And the line "I'm okay, but my" "I'm okay, but my watch sick" comes from "Go Crazy" by Young Jeezy. The song was originally supposed to have like multiple versions, like kind of like a skit style, and all using the same beat. And it would have artists like Tyga, Corey Guns, Hurricane Chris, Little Mama, and there was actually a rumored re-release of the Carter 3 that would feature these songs, but due to the different direction the next album would take, we never saw the official releases, although Corey Gunn's part did get released. A Milli is Wayne in his element and at his absolute best. The Story of OJ came out in 2017 and was a part of Jay-Z's 444 album. It was produced by No ID and Jay-Z. The song also comes with memorable lyrics, a memorable music video, and a memorable beat. The beat uses a sample of Nia Simone's "For Women." The lyrics take a commentary on how black people can move forward in a society that has oftentimes stereotyped them and marginalized them, and how to grow generational wealth. It also takes the infamous line that O.J. Simpson allegedly said, "I'm not black, I'm O.J." Okay. This wasn't really close, to be honest. These two songs have similarities and differences at the same time. However, the vote was 21-8 for A Milli. When people tried to freestyle, there's a reason why people try to sound like Lil Wayne when he was rapping on A Milli. It's a song that we have fond memories for, whether it's the beat, the bars, the music video, it doesn't matter. The song has had memories and continue gets played since it is dropped, and that's why it takes this round.
I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than
I invented sweat, popping bottles, putting supermodels in the cab.
Got you for 5 seconds without you being insecure.
Otis was released in 2011, and it features on Jay-Z and Kanye's joint classic, Watch the Throne. The song is also produced by Kanye West. The production has drawn similarities to Kanye West's Dropout album quality, for good reason. The sample is what helps lead these comparisons, as it samples Otis reading "Try a Little Tenderness," and it uses some of the vocals for the beginning and the end, and a loop throughout the song. The idea of the beat came from No ID, actually, who is friends with Kanye West and is one of Kanye's mentors, and he sent him a producer challenge. So yes, one of the best songs of the 2010s happened on a dare. The song is just explosive, back and forth, tag teaming on the beat. It's a luxury rap done right. It's simply some of the best bars Jay-Z and Wayne and Kanye ever spit. How to Love was released in 2011 and is featured on the Carter 4. It was produced by Drum Up and Detail. This isn't even really a hip-hop song. This is like a soul R&B song. It does interpolate Uncle Otis by The Game, and Wayne does say the acoustic-driven style of this song was pulled from Tupac's Keep Your Head Up. This was amongst the most introspective and another layer of Wayne that people didn't really know could be accessed. The song is a sweet and nurturing. It's a commentary about what it is, what growing up as a girl and a young woman in our society is like. It truly speaks to decisions and the people around to create a woman into a healthy manner, creating and raising a woman in a healthy manner, and looking at sex and relationships in a loving manner. The music video adds to this as well, about the decisions a woman, and really it's pretty palatable to a lot of other aspects in life, where you can make in life where the foundation, it shows the decision that a woman would make when the foundation isn't there versus when it is. This song is just beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of work, a beautiful piece of artistry, and something I just really did not expect from Wayne. This one was hard, okay? This one was really, really, really hard, as I love Otis. It's it's one of the few rap songs I can rap start to finish easily. And it was one of the first ones I knew how to do too. However, I Love is just one of the best songs by a rapper who's not a rapper. And it took this round, okay? It took the round.
Crooks try to steal your heart. Never really had luck. Days are the same. You keep yourself shy. Save me the rain.
From standing on the corners bopping to driving some of the hottest.
Drop the World was released back in 2010 and it features on the Rebirth album. We're not going to talk too much about that album. It features Eminem and it is produced by Hit Boy and Chase and Cash. Okay, no. It actually has three producers. Hit Boy, Chase and Cash, and Travis Barker. The song is on a pretty not good album, like I said, but it was the biggest song and most liked song off that album. It's Lil Wayne and Eminem doing a proper fuse of rock and electronic inspired production with rap lyrics that make both of them made both of them famous. Also, with a memorable music video that showcases the beginning of a riot. Everything just fits with the song. It's aggressive, counterculture style that fits perfectly for both how Wayne is represented and how Eminem was represented. Hard Knock Life came out in 1998 and it was a part of the Volume 2 Life and Times of S. Carter album. It was produced by DJ Mark. It is produced by DJ Mark the 45 King. The song is most known for the special beat and the lovable hook that the song carries. It's a hard knock life. Us. It's a hard knock life. You get the vibe. The song is a rags to riches story coming from the streets of New York to the success of Jay-Z. The song was officially Jay-Z's coming out party to a mainstream audience. This one was probably the hardest to vote for as I like both these songs a lot, but I went with Drop the World and the vote agreed with me as Drop the World won 14-12, so just by a narrow margin. Like Otis, Bonnie and Clyde, in the addition of an incredibly big artist edged the song for Wayne, and that was Eminem. This song works best of what Eminem is and the best of Wayne at the same time. Drop the World takes this.
Pick the world up and I'ma drop it on your fucking head.
People looking good, but I don't fucking feed them. First time they
Bitch, you paid. That's all I gotta say. Can't see you live.
Big Pimpin' was released back in 2000 and it featured on Volume 3 The Life and Times of S. Carter. It features hip-hop group UGK and is produced by Timbaland. The now iconic beat was sampled by, I hope I'm saying this right, Korsara, I think, composed by Balish Hamdi in Egypt in the mid-20th century. The lyrics are as bragging as it gets, as he parties on a yacht with a bunch of women in the music video. It's a classic bump in the whip party track. It's the most popular song off that album for a reason. It's fun and just has a lot of bounce to it. Stuntin' Like My Daddy was released back in 2006 and was featured on Lil Wayne and Birdman's joint album Like Father Like Son. It is produced by Jose Palacios. This is a classic South style rapping with a beat and that has taken life of its own, to be honest, since like many YouTubers use this beat. And it's so infectious at how good this beat is. It samples let me see if I'm pronouncing this right. Yamaha Mama by Soulja Boy, and it has a sample of Girl Talk. And it has a sample from Girl Talk's Feed the Animals song. Since Travis Barker made a rock remix of this, Lil Flip and Cheesy and Plies have all made freestyles using this beat. Chief Keef made a remix using this beat and dropped a song called Stuntin' Like My Mama. The bars are just Lil Wayne and Birdman tag teaming in the most bragging ways, house party classic song. Although I chose Stuntin' Like My Daddy, the vote came out 15-5 for Big Pimpin'. The song is cool and is a party song that's just fun to let loose to. It's a reason why this was the most popular song off that Volume 3 album.
check them out now. Big Pimpin' on the
Flow so nice, you ain't gotta put a rug on her. Do it, beat.
Rolexes. Now a nigga wrist match the status of my.
On to the next one was released in 2009 and was featured on the Blueprint 3 album. It features Swizz Beatz and is produced by him as well. The background vocals actually sample the words Under the Spotlight. It also includes a background synthesizer from a live performance of Dance by Justice. It also uses a sample from a Who She Me Done by Cuddy Ranks, as his vocals have an effect that sounds smooth and natural to this up-tempo electronic inspired beat. The song is smooth and flows from start to finish. It has a lot of energy to it throughout. It's like a really fun dance party song. Right Above It was released back in 2010 and is featured on the I Am Not a Human Being album. It features Drake and is produced by Kane Beats. The song was one of the first to be released in anticipation for this album, and which would be the first album of Lil Wayne since leaving prison. The song was actually made before he went and served his time, and it was the first song to be released in preparation for this album. The song uses a lyric sample from Tupac's Hail Mary and samples Spotty Oddie Delicious by Outkast. Kane had this beat jumping like a jumping jack from start to finish. And although Drake had a great verse, Lil Wayne shined, and the energy and the upbeat pace makes it feel like this was the big return for Lil Wayne. This was close in the vote as well, but I had to go with Right Above It, and it's literally probably a top 5 favorite song for me, or at least, top 10 or something like that. No joke. I've literally listened to this song at least a couple times a month ever since this song dropped. And Right Above It won in the polls as well, as it won 12-9. This song just has so much energy to it, so much just energy and skill to it. And the energy doesn't slow down from hook to verses, along with a really good beat. Right Above It takes it.
Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and on the heavens right above it.
Oh, this is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance. Get your petite.
Tropical colors, you can't match that. Gotta be abstract.
I break the rules, so I don't care.
Alright, look, I'm not even going to go into both songs, as Run This Town is one of the most popular songs of the 2000s, and it was made by one of the most popular rappers of the 2000s, with some of the most popular artists of the 2000s. You get the vibe I'm coming with. Very memorable artist, really great artist, great energy, good verses, and a very, very good beat. It really doesn't get much better than Kanye and Rihanna and Jay-Z all on one track. Although Kanye and Rihanna are the real stars, Jay-Z holds his own better than most people say he does, but obviously the real stars are Rihanna on the hook and Kanye with his verses. Night and day. And the song it was going up against was Fireman, and it gave it a Fireman's carry out of this spot. This round goes to Run This Town.
Yeah, so many doubt, cause I come from the south. But when I open up my
I told you 96 that I came to take this shit, and I did.
Shooter was released in 2006 and it features on the Carter 2. It features Robin Thicke and is also produced by him as well. The song has a smooth R&B beat which samples Vic Juris's electronic piano in Horizon Drive and is a remake of Shooter by Robin Thicke. Shooter by Robin Thicke. My apologies. The beat is the most memorable part of this entire song, as it's a mix of up-tempo hip-hop and smooth R&B. Robin Thicke handles the hook and background vocals to add texture to the song, while Wayne is softly spitting his bars and what you will expect from Wayne in the mid-2000s. So, it's he. Heart of the City was released in 2001 and is featured on the Blueprint album. The song is produced by Kanye West, with the iconic beat being sampled from Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City by Bobby Blue Bland. It also uses the hook from that song for the hook here. There's a reason why Jay wanted this song to be the first single off his album. The whole song has a bar that is just a catchy ring to it and just witty wordplay. The song is honestly what you can describe as classic Jay. Soulful beat, slick bars, and wordplay, and a song narrative throughout. I had to go with Heart of the City, and it's a classic song. It's clever wordplay, and it's a soulful hip-hop. and soulful hip hop beats are always going to be one of my favorites. My friends agreed with that vote as it went 13-5 for Heart of the City, and it takes this round.
I don't want much, fuck, I drove every car. Some nice cooked food, some nice clean ass. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all mirror me back.
You can get faced out by the bitch that you feeling, cause you.
Numb Encore was released in 2004 and is a mashup song between rock and rap, combining two songs that came out in 2003, Linkin Park's Numb and Jay-Z's Encore. This featured on Linkin Park's EP Collision Course. Mike Shinoda produced this, and Mike was always wanting to do something like this, like a mashup between, multiple songs. He's done something like that in the past. And Jay-Z contacted him because he was interested in a similar idea after, mashups done by Dangerous Mouse and Cheap Cologne. Seriously, those are actual band names. Instead of just combining the two pre-made songs, both Jay and Linkin entered the studio and re-recorded their lyrics over the Fuse beat that Mike made. It was a success. The song is a good blend of upbeat energy, and it just has a good style to it. It shined the best of both those artists. Mona Lisa was released in 2018, and it features on the Carter 5. It features Kendrick Lamar, and it is produced by ONHEL and Infamous. The work of the song began in 2014, and Infamous wanted to release it so many times. He wanted to leak it, but when he found out that the Carter 5 was actually going to happen, he decided to hold off on it and just let it wait out. The violin and the drums are fantastic, while the lyrics by both Wayne and Kendrick are MVPs of this song. Rapping a story about lust and the distrust of women, and Lil Wayne referred to this woman as Liz. The song has a rugged nature and this song both has rugged nature and class to it, and it's a different direction for Wayne, and honestly this whole album in general. All through I like Mona Lisa a lot, it really didn't stand much of a chance to Numb Encore, as the energy and just the overall fun listen that song has just edges it out for me, and my friends agreed with me as the vote went 17-6 and Numb Encore takes this round.
What the fuck you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. You looking at me, but I'm looking.
All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pull me back.
Mirror was released back in 2011, and it features a bonus song on the Carter 4. It features Bruno Mars and is produced by REO and the Soundkillers, which is one of Bruno Mars's production teams. Or it is Bruno Mars' production. It features Bruno Mars and is produced by REO of the Soundkillers and Bruno Mars' production team, Seemingzintons? I think it's Seemingzintons? I don't know how to pronounce that. The beat is a slow, melodic tempo, and it uses the right amount of drums and humming for a perfect introspective song. The beat was sent to many different artists as it was made around 2008-2009. But Wayne was the only one who wanted it. The song has an obvious inspiration from Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson, and as it takes the direction of Lil Wayne looking at his past life with drugs and run-ins with the law, and the music video Lil Wayne is literally rapping in front of a mirror. Bruno Mars also handled the hook very well and is, really made this a rap ballad, if that makes sense. A really good rap ballad. Empire State of Mind was released in 2009, and it was the leading single off the Blueprint 3. The song features Alicia Keys and is produced by Al Shooks. The iconic song samples Love on a Two-Way Street by The Moments. The song was originally written by Angela Hunte and Jeanette Sowell Yapik. And it's a song just about growing up in New York, so similar to what Empire State of Mind is. It was sent to Rock Nation, but it was turned down, and then they resent it after getting a hunch from an associate in EMI. They gave her a suggestion, and Jay-Z kept the New York singing part of the hook and changed the verses, and Alicia Keys was always linked to her beautiful vocal. Like, Alicia Keys is linked to this beautiful song because of her beautiful vocals. But in the early stage, Hunte herself was actually going to sing the hook until she was asked if she, could find anyone else she thought of anyone else that would be appropriate for it. And that's when Hunte thought of Keys. Mary J. Blige was also really considered for this, but Keys was chosen when Jay-Z heard the piano loop. And it was the right choice, as the whole song is just a mainstream success. It's a mainstream classic start to finish. It's a beautiful song about hope and one's love for their city. from lyrics, beat, vocals, hook, and even the music video, is a reason why this was one of the biggest, this I think was the biggest song of 2009. Even though I chose Mirror, I love that song so much. The vote gave it 17-10 to Empire State of Mind, and if you think of New York and New York tourism, you think of this song, and that is sort of why it won this round.
They like the way I be leaning, all the rappers be hating.
There's actually two versions of the Kobe Bryant song, one that came out in 2009 and one that came out in 2020. Both were produced by DJ Infamous. The late great Kobe Bryant actually explained the origins of this song in a 2018 interview he did with Alex Rodriguez and Big Cat on their podcast. After his performance in the 2009 Western Conference Finals, Kobe in Game 6, Kobe had 35, 5, and 6 as a stat line. Lil Wayne called Kobe, saying that he was inspired by the performance and asked if he could do a song for him, a song about him. Kobe said yeah, but didn't think he was being for real. But right before the finals, Kobe got a message from Wayne with the finished song. A part of me believes that this song was also a freestyle, with how fast he got it done and how fast the wordplay and how much it's really linked to just basketball stuff. It's pretty much it's Kobe's basketball game on a track. The wordplay, the metaphors take a shine with an energetic beat, which makes this the great sports song. And funny enough, after obviously rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, after his passing, Lil Wayne decided to re-release No Ceilings back in August, because this song actually, the original 2009 version didn't make the No Ceilings cut that came out in 2009. So in the re-release, a lot of songs got taken out of it anyway due to obviously sampling issues. This song had got a revised second verse, and Lil Wayne added it onto the No Ceilings that's on Spotify and Apple Music and Google Play, all those streaming services. So that's the 2020 version with the same starting verse. Dirt Off Your Shoulder was released in 2003, and it features on the Black album, and it also features a mashup. It also features on the mashup album as with Encore from earlier. The beat was produced by Timbaland. Yeah, this is one of the most memorable and iconic beats you'll ever find in hip hop. It just has so much flow, it has so much bounce to it, and you can almost tell this was Timbaland's work, as he was just on a roll all throughout the 2000s. It also comes with a fun hook, and it's just a catchy little dance you can do with it. The song's lyrics are good as well, obviously, but with this beat and the hook, coupled with Jay-Z's smoothness and ease in delivery, made this song too good for radio. It was perfect. I promise you, this round took so much goddamn time. This round had the equivalent of a double overtime, as the original vote was 9-8 for Dirt Off Your Shoulder, but I chose Kobe Bryant, so 9-9. I asked 8 of my friends, and from 9-9 to 13-13, it got tied again. And after 6 more people and waiting 6 more days on answers, Dirt Off Your Shoulder won this round 17-15. And JC takes a well-earned round.
Ladies is pimps too, go and brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy, baby, don't forget that boy to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. For shizzle, my nizzle used to drip.
Diamonds still shine in a rough hole. What the fuck, though?
Izzo was released back in 2001 and is the first single off of the Blueprint album. It is produced by Kanye West as well. Jay-Z in the beat selection and Kanye and beat producing just goes hand in hand. This song is known for that famous beat and that famous hook. The beat samples Jackson 5's I Want You Back, and Jay-Z interprets lyrics from the Flavor Year remix by Craig Mack, and features various artists like Busta Rhymes, Biggie, LL Cool J. Get the vibe. The smooth singing on this gives a blend with Jay-Z's lyrics and making it out of the hood with just slick lyrics, and the overall theme of the song makes it really easy to listen, and it's just a fun, catchy song. And it's also been a beat that's been passed down to generations as well of hip-hop fans. Uproar was released in 2018 and is the most successful single off Lil Wayne's The Carter 5 album. It features Swiss beats and is also produced by him as well, along with Avenue. The beat is by far the most memorable and standout of this album, with Swizz's ad-libs throughout the start. The beat, it uses a sample of G-Dep and P. Diddy's Special Delivery song, and the kind of, the challenge, the social media challenge that was inspired by this song is sort of like a remastered version of the Harlem Shake, which is also from the Special Delivery song. To go along with Lil Wayne's catchy flow and very catchy hook, this song was just simply built for social media success. There's a reason why a challenge was made out of this song. This one was fun. It was two songs with both catchy ass beats and catchy ass hooks. Although I chose Izzo, the vote went for Uproar. Adding that awesome beat with Lil Wayne and Swizz, and the Carter 5 being essentially the completion of Lil Wayne's comeback tour, did it for many people, and yeah, the vote showed it. The vote was 12-6 for Uproar.
Love go 5, 4, 3, 2. I let one go. Wow, get the fuck though. I don't bluff, bro.
Life are much more distinguished. I'm like a bloke from London.
The Block is Hot was released back in 1999 and was the lead single off of Lil Wayne's debut album with the same name. It was produced by Ronald Slim Williams, Birdman, and Manny Fresh. This song was the debut of Lil Wayne to many people in the mainstream audience, as people knew what he could do because he was on the Hot Boys track. He was on the Juvenile track. I think Back That Ass Up, he was also on that as well with the Hot Boys. But this was like the first time Lil Wayne was like on his own when it came to making a song, and he delivered. It showed at an early time what Lil Wayne was capable of, and I mean, when I say early, I really mean early. Like, Lil Wayne was 17 when this song came out, and Lil Wayne had the energy and the wordplay that he would become famous for later on throughout the years. This song is start to finish full of energy, and it's just a hood track. And you can call this a tamed Lil Wayne because he was basically the age of a high school student, and he was spitting bars about hitting licks. There's a reason why when anybody is listening to hip hop and Wayne and Lil Wayne in general, it would be criminal if you don't venture out to listen to this song and put this song in your playlist. The Bounce was released back in 2002, and it features on the Blooper 2. It features Kanye West and is produced by Timbaland. Timbaland's back on his shit again, and this time he samples Choli Ki Peach. Oh, holy shit, look at them vowels. Okay. Choli Ki Peachy by Billy Bali Sagu. Tell me with this. Yeah, I fucked that one up. The song interpolates three songs. Top Billin' by Audio 2, Jinglin' Baby by LL Cool J, and Wild by Kanye West. This song is pretty much early 2000s East Coast hip hop. The beat lives up to its title and sets the tempo throughout. Jay-Z is as smooth as usual, but this may be, in my honest opinion, the best Kanye verse he's ever spit. He simply just eats his verse like it was nothing. Everything I just said about this song makes it not surprised why anytime I think of basketball or like this song comes to my head. Like, I feel like this was a perfect NBA Live song back for NBA Live 03, 04, 05, you name it, it had to be on it. I think they also used this song for NBA 2K13, I think. Yeah, NBA 2K13 uses this song. I chose The Bounce because it's one of my personal favorites. I really love this song. And I just like the listening experience of this song compared to Block is Hot. But Lil Wayne won the vote with The Block is Hot, winning 8-6. This song always is brought up with no matter what age. As a hip-hop listener and hip-hop listening fan and a Lil Wayne listening fan, this song is essential to know. It's a rite of passage. Like, I don't make these rules. It's like, y'all listen to The Block is Hot, that rite of passage. Y'all listen to The Block is Hot, the Carter 3, you just gotta listen to that shit. I don't make the rules.
You niggas never harming, yo.
Losing time, hidden behind all these big rocks. What falls so hard, I'm shocked. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Falls so hard.
We're gonna skate to one song and one song only. So Niggas in Paris really gave a French kick in the dick to one of my personal favorite songs, and a really good one at that. Go DJ is just a club banger, and it would honestly be a super hit if it came out right now. However, Niggas in Paris is one of the most iconic hip-hop songs of the entire 2010s. From our amazing beat with an excellent beat switch, the slick flow and hard wordplay from Jay-Z, and the consistency and presence from Kanye. Although I'm not gonna lie, I don't really love his verse now, listening to it in 2021. It's still a good verse, just not as much as I liked it when it came out in 2011. But for me, it's the ending. With Kanye rapping like you just know, like with the effect and the beat scratch kind of going throughout the final, well, I think 30 seconds or 40 seconds of the song. It just feels like Kanye's rapping in a different dimension and using all that presence that Jay-Z has, and he's tagging in as well. It's just so much to listen. It's just a great listening experience, and people won. It was a sweep almost, 20-3 for Niggas in Paris. It's prerogative, gets the people going.
But I still dig her. Niggas is jealous, but really I could care less. I'm in
CEO of the ROC, ho. Fresh out the
I gon' pop that pussy for me. Haters can't see me, but them bitches still looking for me.
So at this stage, there's almost literally no way that Lil Wayne would have won, as Jay-Z won most of these rounds. But I'll show you who the final 2 rounds, and I'll just give you a brief explanation of the behind the winning song. She Will was released back in 2011 and was not a bonus track, it was just a good song off of the Carter 4. It features Drake and is produced by T-. So the origin of the song was that it was originally a Drake song and that it would be featured Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. But then after a session in the studio that was recorded on Skype, actually, then it was like live streamed off of Skype, Drake gave the song to Lil Wayne. And it still features Drake, and Rick Ross's verse had been omitted, even though if you do a little bit of dicking on SoundCloud or YouTube, you could probably find Rick Ross's verse. The song is a sex-driven lust song, but it has like an emo-inspired beat behind it. It's dark, it's energy behind it. It has a dark energy, but it's a fun listen. Like it's a really, like, the beat is phenomenal. But with the trademark Lil Wayne wordplay and the Drake's ease on the hook over a emo pussy poppin' song that Lil Wayne was using, and Lil Wayne used a lot of beats like this back in the early 2010s. But this is by far my favorite, as this song is fantastic overall and is a top 3 Lil Wayne song for me.
I'm going back in. Okay, I lost my mind. It's somewhere out there.
I got whatever outside, and you know what I'm sitting on. 50-50 venture.
Synchronized swimmers. Got the girl twisted cause she open when you twist her.
6 foot 7 foot beats, excuse me, miss, 22-5. I was worried that this song wouldn't be as good as I remember back in 2011 when it was released, and also features on the Carter 4, and it's the lead single off of the Carter 4. I was wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong, as if you need a song that would remind you of a Milli from the 2010s, it would be this one. And obviously Bangladesh is handling the work on the production like he did with a Milli back in 2008. Corey Gunz was at many times trying to outshine and be the MVP of this song, because he's just really consistent, witty bars, and he's a perfect sidekick with Lil Wayne on this track, just having fun. It's kind of weird. I kind of wish like Corey Gunz's career kind of blew up even more, because he had lots of potential. And Lil Wayne just having fun over the beat, and putting his custom magic with it like he always does. The song is just so much damn fun. It's a party song. It's a song to have in your headphones. It's versatile, and with just catchy bars, catchy beat, you're gonna love. If you have never listened to the song, which I don't know if you haven't listened to, how the fuck are you here? You gotta listen to it. That's it. So yeah, Jay-Z won this with a final score of 11-9. But don't make you think that was because Lil Wayne could not contend. Lil Wayne and Jay-Z, to be honest, have so many songs between these two. I honestly saw myself listening to more Lil Wayne, and it reflects as when I got the DMs and responses. It was basically on the, kind of the alluding to that Jay-Z has more hits and more memorable songs, but Lil Wayne's discography is what I go back to and listen to more. And I agree, Jay-Z is the equivalent of hip-hop's Michael Jordan. There's at least 4 to 5 memorable songs on literally almost all his albums, even the ones that aren't even that good. He moved to becoming a mogul that has gone bigger than the hip hop system that made him. He really never fully slowed down. Even his down years are better than 90% of hip hop's highs. Jay-Z's songs will always be in circulation for hip hop fans. His music has almost become a manual of becoming a hip hop fan. Like, you can't talk to me about hip hop if you have never listened to the Blueprint. Like, just don't come to me with no bullshit. Shit, some of my favorite songs that he made didn't even make the final cut of these rounds. However, Lil Wayne was more hip hop's Allen Iverson. He was massively popular, and he captured and expanded both of what we thought hip hop could be and what the style of hip hop could bring, both in fashion and just with his with how he rapped. Even though he has radio hits, he is more known for his mixtape series and the countless years of remixes that he still does. The barbershop's favorite rapper. However, Wayne was almost the personification of hip-hop's bad boy. He had a negative image that rubbed off to his career, and people over the age of 30 hated his music. However, now is seen by many as the influences of the guys we see today that are dominating hip-hop. Whatever you listen to, I gave a lot of y'all free music to listen to and go check out the samples and just have fun. You may discover something that becomes a staple in your music listening experience, and isn't that the best way to listen? These two artists have given hundreds of hours to the game of amazing listening combined, and you will find something, and so just go ahead. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the movement. And I always say this, but especially now, please share this with your circles, as this video took so much time, but I loved it. And nonetheless, stay easy and have a good day.